If you were new to the channel, you didn't know this, but if you're an OG to the channel, you know this. This is where we lost the Mamalona. A gentleman right where those cars are on the right over here decided it was a good idea to run it, and kind of like what that person was about to do. And it was a slick night like this, and they ran and literally got into the middle of the road here, and there was no stopping the Mamalona in the trailer. And so, yeah, I kind of went as far as I could, and ultimately they stopped right there, and I took them out, which sucks, but yeah, very interesting to be here, kind of in a full swing. Probably happened about 6 months ago, now that I think of it, which is insane. But now we're in this, which is, I guess, great, you know. Sometimes things have to happen for a reason. We don't understand it, but that night was a turning point for Mendy Imports for sure. But we're almost to the port. We're 3 minutes out, and we're gonna pass out and get some good sleep, as good as possible. I'll show you what I'm gonna do for sleeping arrangements for now. And if you're wondering if a lot of people sleep here or not, the answer is yes. These are people that are probably dropping off a ton of vehicles. All those are going probably to Panama or somewhere in that way. This truck took my spot. So now we're gonna sleep right here. All right, so if you haven't seen the ambulance in the back, which I'm sure most of you have if you watched the ambulance video, but this is pretty much it. I mean, it's gonna eventually be good living quarters. The plan is to put a bed back there at some point, and then some fold down beds for the boys. And then I ideally would love to make this area down here where I honestly want to get rid of this and this. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, why would you do that? And honestly, because it impedes the way to walk through here. I really want to open it up so it's fully open. And I mean, there's a ton of space left over there. What's it called? It's cool. I can close myself off from the front in here, which is really nice. I do like that. Don't get me wrong. I love that. But I ideally would want to make this the bathroom. This probably like a little kitchen area. And then this is still going to be seating. And then that's going to be bedding area. I'm 6 feet tall. My head definitely scrapes the top, but it's not too bad. So for tonight, the sleeping arrangement is going to be this, which is definitely not 6 feet long, but I am used to that. If you are used to catching my videos, that's probably about what it's going to be. Sucks that there's a light right there, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, you know what? It's going to work. Much more comfortable than Toby the truck, but I have her skeleton staring at me while I sleep. I should put him in the driver's seat overnight to see what people say. But yeah, do have the TV here temporarily. I'm gonna try and get some snooze. This is definitely a lot more comfortable. It's nice and wide. Only thing is, I don't have a pillow and I don't have a blanket. I have drying towels from Teggy's that are dried a bunch of cars. That will probably become my pillow. My jacket will probably be my blanket, and then maybe I'll use that for my feet to warm my feet up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Tonight, we're spending the night here, and that's that. All right, it's 7:40 a.m., so you can tell the sun's out. An update. Shout out to these towels that Teggy gave me. They kept my feet warm. And then my legs. My jacket that I was using as a pillow eventually had to become my blanket, and it got to be way too cold to the point where I think at 5 a.m. Excuse me. I got up and had to turn on the Campbulance because I just couldn't do it anymore. Now it's somewhat of a comfortable temperature in here, but yeah, it's time to get up and go get this truck from in there. So yeah, as far as how I slept, I didn't really sleep, unfortunately. I wish I had a blanket and a pillow. If I had a blanket and a pillow, I would have slept like a rock. But unfortunately, because I did not have those two things, I did not sleep well. And that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It is what it is. But ultimately, I like it cold, but not to the point where it's like I'm shivering. As long as I have a blanket, I'm good. But back here got very cold. It's not well insulated, which is one of the things I want to change. And you can definitely tell because I think I finally passed out around 1 a.m. And that you could just start to feel the cold drop in. Windows were condensated and everything. It was just like too much. So anyway, talking a lot, but Campbulance is doing his job. I think ultimately if I brought like a pillow or like a cot or a rollout or a blow up mattress, it would have been different. But for what I didn't really plan this out as best as possible. I just had to do it. And for that, this worked perfect. So they're going to open the gates in about 20 minutes. So let's get in there and make this happen. Looky, what we got here. We got a 4-door R34. NB Miata. Sorry, it's windy. It's cold. S2K. Sylvia. A Vamos. And then a Land Rover. It's one of the TAC ones. Another TAC Land Rover. This RSZ, I wonder whose it is. Pretty sick. Automatic or manual? No, it's manual. I really don't like this body style. I know Red has one. I love them. I'm just not a fan. I had one and it's the best. Another one of these TAC. We got an Acti van, an actual Acti van, not a street. Those are cool. Honda Acti. Another one of these TACs. Whoa. What is that? Hold on, is this the one we're picking? This is the one we're picking up. And it came on rims and tires, which is baller. Let's see if it fires up since we're picking this one up. Whoa, selector and all. I like it. Well, Ricardo fires right up. Allegedly, there's no gas. Maybe there's a little gas. Oh, we know it fires up. So that's the most important part. Wow, it's windy and cold and my hands are freezing. And we're in a sea of just K-truck galore here. Oh, the new Bellfires or whatever they call these. Brand new ones. Or the Affards or whatever. Also, planes are flying really low. A Defender. Whoa, this is sick. I don't know if you guys remember my video, but this is a Mazda. Well, it's a Hilux. I'm sorry, it's a Toyota. Basically a Mazda, if you ask me. Came from Europe. So interesting. Right-hand drive. 4-door Skyline. Another Land Rover. I'm kind of at the tail end of it. There's more cars on the other side. It's too cold for me to go over there, so I'm sorry if I don't. But I really want to check this Land Cruiser out. Shout out to you if you're the one that imported this thing. Dinky wheels can definitely go, but I don't mind the color on it. This thing is sick, and it's a 5-speed. It's got recarbles. It's lifted. Looks to be in pretty good shape. This is a thumbnail photo for sure. I like it. I don't mind it at all. It's got some nice horns. I love that the mirrors are on the fenders. Again, I would do away with the tires and rims, but not bad nevertheless. This is the one thing I don't like. Recars are cool and all, but if you can't match the Recars in the rear, I feel like they become pretty useless in my opinion. Wow, that's loud. A Land Cruiser Prado, the newer one. People keep bringing these in. I wonder where they're headed, to be honest with you. If I can tell you. It came from Gounet, that's for sure, but I wonder where it's headed or what it's doing. It needs tires. Hit me up if you are in the States nearby, tri-state area. I'll get you some good tires on that Honda Z. Let's see. A B forward. It's a little sun faded. Literally all suffered the same thing. I feel like that's Honda, the Timera. This clean sandbar. Wow. Four-wheel drive, no AC though. No AC, but that's okay. And then this thing. Look, starter pack. Shut that down for you, but actually, it might be a transporter. I love that they did the leather seats in this thing. Pretty cool, nevertheless. AC or no AC? AC, so that's a cool one. Dually in the rear. It's definitely been repainted, that's for sure. Oh, a RX-7. And then a Terrios kid. I haven't seen a Terrios kids come in, so that's cool. It's an automatic. Not bad. Cool beans. I think this might have been one of Cardeal Page's one. Let's see. It is a Cardeal Page one. That's cool though. Yeah. And then another sandbar. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna hop in this van and get the heck out of here because it's freaking freezing. And I'm ready to go back in the trailer. After sleeping in this cold weather, I really don't want to be in this cold weather right now. But Carrie, Celsior, lowered its crown maybe. No, it's a Celsior, but it's got crown. Alright, let's get out of here. That thing is wobbly. Anyway, we're all loaded up, strapped up, and ready to go. I got this done without filming it because I am freezing. So that's loaded up. Campbulance is running. Let's hit it. Made it to Shelton. We're 2 minutes from Ricardo's house. We're pretty low on fuel, so we're gonna pump up and see how much that's gonna cost, and then we're gonna check on that. Maybe add some fuel to that because that was almost completely out. Ricardo asked me to give this thing a review. Unfortunately, he bought it from a non-reputable source, which surprisingly, they don't have their sticker on it, but it's Mitsui. And the reason I call it a non-reputable source is because they portray this to be something that it's not. And that's unfortunate. This is the second van that is from Mitsui that, you know, I just think people get sold on, oh, it's really cheap, it's cool, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, this mini cab is legit. I mean, they said the timing belt was done allegedly for 28,000 kilometers, and it's at 46,000 kilometers. They put some rims and tires on it. They make it look pretty, but you could just tell that they're hiding a lot. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the bottom, there's probably was a lot of surface rust on a lot of components, and so what they did was they just sprayed it to make it look good. Can this shine up? Can this look good? Yes. As long as he got a good price for it, I think it's great. That bumper alone is pretty rad, especially because it's got the knockouts for the lights, the front face, everything. I mean, listen, the reality is these are harder and harder to find. So as long as you get it at a good deal and you're comfortable knowing that that's the potential of the issues, great. But overall, Mitsui, I know a lot of people rave about them and all whatnot. I'm just not a fan of them because if you want to get quality, Mitsui's not always going to give you quality. And they're going to sometimes be overpriced, in my opinion. This is taking forever, and I'm freezing. Grabbed some quick breakfast to grub. $100 later, 28 gallons. We know that this is a 50-gallon tank, so a little over halfway. Let's get some gas in that. All right. It's been delivered. Ricardo said he's a happy customer. Delivered. Oh, shout out to Ricardo. So we're leaving now. You know, doing this business, it has its ups and downs, but I feel like its major ups is when I meet people like Ricardo who really appreciate, you know, just the service that I provide, and they're able to just call me. One thing I learned is, you know, you can be exclusive, which is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to be exclusive or being exclusive in general, but it definitely it takes away the opportunity for you to do more, if that makes any sense. Because there's a lot of people like Ricardo that are willing to pay you without having to be exclusive. And so Ricardo said, oh, I found you by mistake, and I was supposed to have my friend go and get the car, but I found your phone number, I called you, and you picked up the phone. And if I can give any advice on here, if anybody wants the advice and it's unsolicited or whatever, just pick up the phone, put your phone number. So in that, shout out to Ricardo. My phone number is 203-940-1259. If you need anything, just please give me a call. If I can be any help, whether it's clearing the car, whether it's transporting the car, whether it's finding you transportation for the car, let me know, because I'm more than happy to do it. I love what I do, and this is why I do what I do. So today's Friday. I don't even know the date. Sometime might be the 12th, Friday the 12th, December 12th. 12 days of Christmas. 12 days to Christmas, which is crazy to think. If you celebrate Christmas, shout out to you. If you don't, shout out to you as well. We got Jimmy's cars loaded. I was supposed to be at Jimmy's today, but with being at the port yesterday, getting little to no sleep in that ice cold box, it just didn't work out. But I loaded these two up. This 20-foot trailer fits it with an overhang. It's safe enough in my opinion. All the wheels are on there, but it fits it. Those little ramps I built in the past work to fit the mirror walk-through. The rear end fit a lot better than the front end. So that's what it's doing, and she's tied up snugly, and so is the POW. I wish I would have been able to make a video on this. Maybe when I get to Jimmy's I can make a video. If not, I don't know, maybe some other time. And I wish I could have made a video on the POW, but it's just been so crazy trying to get this thing cleaned up and ready to go. But I guess this is the official start of when we head to Jimmy's. I'm not going today like I should have been, because this weekend is going to snow. Allegedly, it's supposed to snow on Sunday, and I need to be here for when it does snow to make some extra guap, and because I've committed to plow during the winter here. So yeah, so we're loaded up. We're gonna go drop this off at a safe location for now, and then when we're ready to go, we'll pick it back up. What is cool though, I don't know if I showed this in any of my other videos, but check this out. If that ever wants to open, normally does, but you got to give it a good yank. There it is. Air dumps, and the rear end dumps, so it makes the trailer go from being wah to wah. And I could always, I guess that's the farthest the trailer drops. Anything else, it goes higher. But yeah, that's if I need to dump the trailer, or yeah, if I need to dump the air for any reason, I can. And then I think I finally lost my compressor today. Let's see. Yeah, my compressor has officially died, so I gotta go get a new compressor, which sucks. But anyway, yeah, kind of leave you at that, and then when I start the road trip, I'll share more. We're back at Teggy's. This is getting its final wash from Teggy, because then it's headed on a transport, whether it's me or a transport, but it's getting picked up. Shout out to Devin for making it happen. There it is, foamed up. Getting this thing nice and clean. Even though I'd cleaned it before putting it up on Cars and Bids, but I really needed to clean it some more, because hopefully this will be its final wash, even though it's supposed to snow here, but at least it'll have its final wash and the inside will get cleaned out a lot better than it did before. I did say it was gonna come back to Teggy's one more time, so here's that one more time before I leave. And just like that, the Prado's cleaned up, nice and shined. Hopefully it stays pretty clean. Either way, if I'm transporting it or somebody else is transporting, even the inside, check it out. Still has some of our stuff in it, but that's just because I have to unload it. But let's go home.